Last year, I flew round trip from New York to Tokyo in first class, a ticket that retails for $14,000 and paid exactly $0 out of pocket. I also got $3,000 cash back in the same 12 months, and I did it with a credit score of 720, not 800. No tricks, no debt, no manufactured spending, just a system called credit card churning that the banks hate but can't stop you from using. If you stay until the end of this video, you'll learn exactly how to do the same thing. Even if you're a beginner, even if you've never owned a travel rewards card, and even if you think miles and points are only for rich people, my name is your name. And today, we're going to make the banks pay you to fly first class. Before we start, a quick warning. Credit card churning is not for everyone. If you carry a balance on your credit cards, if you have trouble controlling your spending, or if you're about to apply for a mortgage in the next 6 months, stop here. Go watch my video on escaping credit card debt first. Churning only works if you pay your statement balance in full every single month. Never pay interest. That's rule number 1. Break it and the banks win. Follow it, and you can fly anywhere for free. Now, let me define churning. Churning is the practice of opening credit cards for the sole purpose of earning their sign-up bonuses, then either canceling or downgrading the card before the next annual fee hits, and repeating with a different card. It's called churning because you're constantly rotating through cards like butter in a churn. The banks offer these bonuses, typically 50,000 to 100,000 points or $500 to $1, zeals and cash back to attract new customers. They lose money on the bonus, but hope to make it back on interest and fees from people who carry a balance. If you never carry a balance and cancel before the annual fee, you win. The bank loses. And that's perfectly legal. I started churning 5 years ago with zero knowledge. My first bonus was a Chase Sapphire Preferred, 60,000 points after spending $4,000 in 3 months. I booked a domestic flight for my family, saved $600. That hooked me. Since then, I've opened about 15 cards, earned over 1.5 million points, and taken trips to Japan, Italy, Hawaii, and Mexico, all in business or first class, all for free. I've also collected over $4 zeros in cash back from cards that offered straight statement credits. The total annual fees I've paid? About $2,000, but most were offset by travel credits or waived the first year. Net profit? Thousands. And my credit score? It went from 700 to 780 because I pay on time and keep my utilization low. Now, let me give you the beginner's step-by-step system. No jargon. No complicated spreadsheets, just 5 simple steps. Step 1. Know your credit score and history. You need at least a good credit score, 670 or higher, to qualify for most premium travel cards. But I've seen people with 650 get approved for entry-level cards. Check your score for free on Credit Karma or through your bank. Also, you should have at least 1 year of credit history. If you're brand new to credit, start with a secured card or a student card. Build a history of on-time payments for 6 to 12 months. Then come back to churning. Step 2. Understand the 524 rule, the most important churning rule. Chase, the best bank for travel points, has a rule. They will not approve you for a new card if you've opened 5 or more credit cards from any bank in the last 24 months. That's the 524 rule. So if you're serious about churning, you want to start with Chase cards before you hit 524. The most popular Chase cards for beginners are the Chase Sapphire Preferred, 60K, 80K points, the Chase Freedom Flex, cash back, and the Chase Ink business cards. If you have a side hustle, even selling on eBay counts as a business. After you've gotten your Chase cards, you can move to other banks like American Express, Citi, and Capital One, which don't have 524 but have their own rules. Step 3. Choose your first card based on your goal, travel, or cash back. Asterisk, if you want to fly first class and stay in luxury hotels, go for travel points. The most beginner-friendly travel card is the Chase Sapphire Preferred. It has a $95 annual fee. Waived first year? No, but it comes with a $50 hotel credit and other benefits. The points are worth 1.25 cents each when redeemed for travel through Chase, or more if you transfer to partners like United, Hyatt, or British Airways. A 60,000-point bonus is worth at least $750 in travel. If you want cash back, no fuss, no travel portals, go for the City Double Cash, 2% on everything, or the Chase Freedom Unlimited, 1.5% on everything plus rotating categories. But for churning, you want cards with big sign-up bonuses. The best cashback sign-up bonus right now is the Chase Freedom Flex or the Discover It Cashback, often $200 after $500 spend. That's a 40% return. You won't get that from normal spending. Step 4. Meet the minimum spend requirement without buying things you don't need. This is where beginners get scared. Most bonuses require spending $500 to $4,000 in 3 months. If your normal monthly spending is $1,000, a $4,000 requirement means you need to spend an extra $1,000 a month. You can do that by prepaying bills. Pay your insurance for 6 months instead of monthly, buy grocery store gift cards for future use, or pay your rent through a service like Plastic, which charges a 2.85% fee, worth it if the bonus is large enough. But never buy something just to meet spend. That defeats the purpose. The best strategy is to time your card applications around large expected purchases, a vacation, a new laptop, holiday gifts, and always pay off the balance in full. If you carry a balance, the interest will wipe out your bonus. Step 5. Cancel or downgrade before the next annual fee, or keep it for the benefits. Asterisk, most premium cards have annual fees of $95 to $550. The first year is often waived or offset by credits. After the first year, you have 3 options. First, cancel the card. That's fine, but it may hurt your credit score slightly by reducing your average age of accounts. Second, downgrade to a no annual fee version of the same card. For example, you can downgrade a Chase Sapphire Preferred to a Chase Freedom Unlimited. You keep the credit history, lose the annual fee, but also lose the premium benefits. Third, keep the card if the benefits outweigh the fee. The Chase Sapphire Reserve has a $550 fee but gives $300 in travel credits, Priority Pass lounge access, and more. If you use those, the effective fee is $250, worth it for frequent travelers. For beginners, I recommend canceling or downgrading after the first year unless you're getting clear value. Now, let me walk you through a real beginner churn, step by step, using the Chase Trifecta, the most popular strategy for earning free flights. Month 1. Apply for Chase Sapphire Preferred. Spend $4. Zielzen in 3 months. Earn 60,000 points. Use those points to book a domestic round-trip flight, about $600 value. Pay the $95 annual fee but use the $50 hotel credit to offset half. Net value, $600, $45, $555 profit. Month 4, apply for Chase Freedom Flex. No annual fee. Spend $500 in 3 months, earn $200 cash back. Also earn 5% on rotating categories like gas or groceries. Net value, $200. Month 7. Apply for Chase Freedom Unlimited. No annual fee. Spend $500 in 3 months, earn $200 cash back. Also earn 1.5% on everything. Net value, $200. Month 10. Apply for Chase Inc. Business Cash. You can apply as a sole proprietor using your social security number, selling on eBay or freelancing accounts. Spend $3,000 in 3 months, earn $350 cash back. No annual fee. $350 total earned from $305 in cash and points, plus the ongoing 1.55% cashback on spending. That's enough for a round-trip flight to Europe or several domestic trips. And you've only opened 4 cards in 10 months, well under 5 last 24, so you can keep going. Now, let me address the biggest fear. Doesn't opening multiple credit cards hurt my credit score? Short answer, temporarily, yes. Long answer, it usually improves your score. Here's why. Each new card application causes a hard inquiry, which dings your score by 5 to 10 points for a few months. But then several positive things happen. Your total available credit increases, which lowers your credit utilization ratio. That's a big positive factor. You have more accounts on time, which builds your payment history. And over time, your average account age increases as you keep old cards open. I've opened 15 cards and my score went from 700 to 780. As long as you pay on time and keep your balances low, churning helps your credit, not hurts it. The only time you should avoid churning is 6 to 12 months before a major loan, mortgage, car loan, or student loan refinance, because lenders want to see a stable credit profile. But for everyday life, churn away. Another fear: I don't spend enough to meet minimum spend requirements. That's a common objection, but you can meet most minimum spends with normal spending if you time it right. For example, a $1,000 requirement can be met with groceries, gas, utilities, and phone bills over 2 months. A $4,000 requirement is harder, but you can prepay expenses. Here's a trick: buy $500 in grocery store gift cards. You'll eventually spend that on food. Or pay your federal taxes using a credit card. The fee is around 1.85%. But if the bonus is worth 20% or more, it's worth it. Or reimburse friends for their expenses and have them pay you cash. Or use a service like Plastic to pay rent with a credit card. The fee is 2.85%. But again, if the bonus is huge, it's worth it. Just do the math. Never pay more in fees than the bonus is worth. Now, let me give you the best beginner cards in 2026, ranked by ease and value. Point 1. Chase Freedom Flex or Unlimited, $200 bonus after $500 spend, no annual fee, easy approval. Start here. 2. Chase Sapphire Preferred, 60K 80K points after 4K spend, $95 annual fee but $50 whole credit, best for travel beginners. Point 3. City Double Cash, $200 bonus after 500 spend, check current offer, no annual fee, plus 2% on everything. Great for cash back. Point 4. Capital One Venture Rewards, 75K miles after $4K spend, $95 annual fee, but miles are easy to redeem for travel. Good alternative to Chase. Point 5. American Express Gold Card, 60K 90K points after $6K spend, $250 annual fee, but offset by dining and Uber credits. Best for food spenders. But Amex points can be harder for beginners. Start with Chase. Now, what about business cards? You don't need a registered LLC or a huge business. If you've ever sold something on eBay, freelanced, driven for Uber, or even mowed a neighbor's lawn, you have a sole proprietorship. You can apply for small business credit cards using your social security number and your name as the business name. Business cards often have huge bonuses. Chase Inc. Business Preferred has 100K points after $8K spend. They also don't report to your personal credit report after approval, except for delinquencies, so they don't count toward 524. That's a pro tip. But business cards can have higher spend requirements. Only apply if you can meet them. Let me tell you about my best churn ever. 2 years ago, I applied for the Chase Sapphire Reserve at a 100,000 point bonus after $4,000 spend. I had a planned trip to Japan. I put the flight and hotels on the card, $3, $500 plus some prepaid expenses. Met the spend. Used the $300 travel credit, got the 100K points. Then I transferred those points to Hyatt and booked 5 nights at a Park Hyatt in Tokyo, a room that cost $2,200 per night, free. I also used the points for a business class flight on United via Singapore Airlines. Total value over $10,000. My out-of-pocket cost, the $550 annual fee, which was offset by the $300 travel credit and a $100 global entry credit. Net cost, $150. So I got a $10,000 vacation for $150. That's a 6,600% return. That's the power of churning. But you don't have to aim for first class. You can aim for a free domestic flight to see your parents, or $500 cash back to pay down a bill, or a free night at a hotel for a weekend getaway. Churning scales to your goals. Now, let me give you the golden rules of churning to avoid getting into trouble. Rule 1. Never, ever carry a balance. Set up autopay for the full statement balance. If you can't trust yourself, don't churn. The banks are counting on you to slip. Don't prove them right. Rule 2. Don't apply for a card if you can't meet the minimum spend without buying useless stuff. Plan your applications around natural spending. Rule 3. Keep a spreadsheet. Track the card name, application date, bonus amount, spend requirement, deadline, annual fee date, and cancellation date. I use a simple Google Sheet. Without it, you'll forget to cancel and get hit with fees. Rule 4. Space out applications. Don't apply for 5 cards in 1 month. That looks desperate to lenders and can get you denied. Space them every 60-90 days. Your credit score will recover between applications. Rule 5. Don't churn for the sake of churning. Only apply for cards that give you a bonus that you value. If you don't travel, cash back cards are fine. If you hate flying coach, go for points. Know your goal. Now, what about the ethics? Some people say churning is immoral. You're taking advantage of the banks. Let me be clear. Banks are multi-billion-dollar corporations that charge 25% interest to vulnerable people. They offer these bonuses as a marketing expense. They know some people will churn. They don't care because most people will carry a balance and pay interest. You are the exception. There's nothing immoral about using a legal offer as advertised. The banks are not your friends. Take their money and fly first class. I have zero guilt. One last story. A viewer named Mark was a teacher making $50,000 a year. He thought travel was for rich people. I taught him churning. He started with a Chase Sapphire Preferred, then Freedom Flex, then Inc. Business Cash. In 18 months, he earned enough points to take his wife and 2 kids to Disney World, flights and hotel completely free. He told me, "I never thought I could give my family a vacation like this without going into debt." That's why I teach churning. Not for luxury, for access. Now, here's your actionable plan for the next 24 hours. 1. Check your credit score on Credit Karma. If it's below 670, spend 6 months paying bills on time and lowering utilization. Then come back. Point 2. Decide your goal, travel or cash back. If travel, start with Chase Sapphire Preferred. If cash back, start with Chase Freedom Flex or Citi Double Cash. Point 3. Apply for your first card online. Use a referral link if you have a friend or find a public offer. Don't overthink it. Point 4. Once approved, set up autopay for the full statement balance from your checking account. Do this immediately. 5. Plan how you'll meet the minimum spend without overspending. Write down the deadline on your calendar. 6. Comment below. My first churn goal is startled. Fill in the blank. I'll reply with encouragement. Point 7. Hit like and subscribe. In the next video, I'm going to reveal why you should never trust a financial advisor and what to do instead. Hint: low-fee index funds. You won't want to miss it. Credit card churning changed my life. It can change yours too. Not by making you rich, but by making your travel free, your cashback real, and your weekends adventurous. The banks are waiting to give you money. All you have to do is apply. Go get your first bonus. I'll see you in the next video.